All right, Team USA awaits the winner of our semifinal game here tonight, the championship of this World Baseball Classic tomorrow night here in Miami. Japan takes the field. They're the home team. Mexico will bat here in the top of the first, and that means one of the great stars of this tournament, a guy who loves the big stage, Randy Arozarena, in that leadoff spot once again. Playing left field for Mexico, Verdugo, Meneses, Tellez, Paredes, Urias, Trejo, Thomas, Barnes, big leaguers up and down the line. This is a different Mexican team, the best they've ever performed in the World Baseball Classic. We'll see if they're up to the task against a very talented Japanese group. We know the talent. You talked about him just a moment ago, Yonder. There are people who think young pitchers in the world, this guy's got the best stuff of everybody.
Oh yeah, Roki Sasaki, there's a reason why his nickname is Monster. I mean, look, I talked to a scout earlier today, and I asked him, I go, hey, I know he throws 100. Is this guy just a thrower? He says, oh, no. This guy is an absolute pitcher. He will dice you. He would think, when he thinks that he's going to go hard, he'll go hard. He'll locate with that fastball. But for me, his splitter is the one that has me mesmerized. He can throw a splitter that can go into the lefties, or he can also throw another splitter that goes into the righties. This is just special stuff, and I can't wait to watch him.
So he's only 21 years old. Quite a stage for him. The defense for Japan, Yoshida out in left field. Lars Nootbaar, we're going to talk a lot about Lars, who's emerged as a young star for the Cardinals. He's in center field. Kondo in right field. Murakami, great hitter at third base. Genda, considered the best defensive shortstop in Japan. Yamada at second. Okamoto at first. Nakamura also a standout defensively behind the plate for the team from Japan, managed by Hideki Kuriyama. First time managing the Japanese national team. Great player in his own right. But it is a responsibility to skipper Samurai Japan, as the national team is known. Benji Gil has done a great job with this team from Mexico. And both managers one win away from playing for a World Baseball Classic championship. Here we go. And all eyes on Roki Sasaki, the young 21-year-old right-hander against Randy Arozarena. The first pitch of the night here in Miami is a fastball at 101 miles an hour.
We're going to see that 101 miles an hour, and I would think if you're Mexico, you're thinking fastball all the way. It's fastball and then adjust.
Arozarena's had another great tournament here. Just thrives in these big game spots. Got the call that time. Arozarena didn't think so. And he's talking to Quinn Wolcott, who's our home plate umpire, about it.
Yeah, he just wants to know, hey, if you're going to give him that, it's going to be a long night for these hitters.
Sasaki throws, and a total breakdown of his swing, 1 and 2.
Yeah, and that's the splitter right there. You know, I know it kind of looks like a slider, it kind of looks like a cutter, but when he grips it, he has the tendency to have a feel for what type of cutter he wants to throw. That right there, what's a good one.
1-2. And he threw it again, it looked like, and missed. 2 and 2. Arozarena strikes out swinging. 1-0-2.
Well, Mexico has their hands full, that's for sure. If that's the first batter and that's what he's throwing. You see this four-seamer, look how it explodes off his hand. A lot of the Japanese pitchers, they like to put a lot of rosin on their hand to make sure they get a good grip and a good feel for the ball. Boy, oh boy, that is special.
It almost looks like smoke.
It is smoke coming at you.
Only Shohei Ohtani really in the history of Japanese baseball has thrown as hard as this guy, and he starts off Alex Verdugo with a splitter.
Now that's a splitter. It's a dandy. You know, and for being so young at 21 years old, I mean, this guy is so polished.
And of course, he has pitched at the highest level in Japan. He is already a professional and a very successful professional pitcher in a competitive Japanese league.
Well, last year he won 17 consecutive perfect innings. 52 batters across that streak.
Verdugo does handle velocity. Maybe not that velocity. It's 1 and 2. hard to hit 100 up out of the strike zone.
Well, he started it off with that splitter, and he ended with the splitter. He looked very not so good with that fastball up in the zone right there. Got 2 ways to go here.
Sasaki's 1-2. Verdugo to left field and deep. Hit it very well, but not quite well enough. Caught right at the edge of the warning track by Yoshida.
That was a 2-seamer right there that leaped over the plate. Verdugo did a good job of getting some wood on it with 2 strikes. It's a big ballpark here at Lone Depot Park. You got to hit it, and then you got to hit it some more to get it out of here, especially to left field.
So now a guy, Joey Meneses, we know he has power. It's just after 8:10 in the morning Tokyo time tomorrow from where we sit, Tuesday morning in Tokyo. The television ratings, the viewership of these World Baseball Classic games has been monstrous. The whole country essentially has been watching this Japanese team.
Well, then I would say konnichiwa.
Good morning to everybody in Tokyo. It's 0-2. Down, bases empty. Meneses waiting. The 2-strike pitch. He struck him out in the dirt. The splitter. There's the tag for the putout. And a tremendous first inning for Roki Sasaki. Japan will bat when we come back. Japan will come up in the bottom of the first of this scoreless game. Lars Nootbaar in the leadoff spot. The center fielder Kondo, Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter and third place hitter. Man, what a show he put on in batting practice. Masataka Yoshida, who's coming to Major League Baseball this year, new Red Sox outfielder, has had an excellent tournament. The left fielder and cleanup hitter Murakami Okamoto and company after that against the left-hander for Mexico, Patrick Sandoval.
Yeah, a teammate for Shohei Ohtani with the Anaheim Angels, the LA Angels. You know, this is a guy who's going to mix it up. That slider changeup, but throws 37% fastball rate. He's 93-94. Look, this guy, he's not surprising that he's pitching in this game. I mean, look, he pitched a very good game against Team USA. He's up for another challenge against Japan.
He's an established Major League starting pitcher. Foul tip from Nootbaar. I mean, he doesn't have the pure smoke, as we were calling it, of Roki Sasaki, but he's good.
He's going to challenge you. He's got a lot of heart. He's going to be around the zone, not going to walk anybody. He's got really good feel. Like that.
Perfect location. 1-2 to the first player born outside of Japan to be on a Japanese World Baseball Classic team. And he's kind of become a massive star in that country.
I would think this is the bait pitch right here. Not so much an action pitch.
And it worked.
Oh, that was nasty right there. And that's the way he's going to pitch today. Japan's got their hands full. And let's take a look at Patrick Sandoval's arsenal. We know he's got that good slider that he showed in that first at-bat against Nootbaar, but it's that fastball. He likes to throw that fastball up in the zone, especially with 2 strikes. We know about the changeup, the sinker, and the curveball, but for the most part, it's slider, changeup, and fastballs.
So he gets the strikeout of Nootbaar to start the bottom of the first.
He throws the fastball about 37% of the time, which is a mix of the 4-seam and the 2-seam. So you got to pick and choose your battle with him.
It's a pretty left-handed heavy lineup for Japan. Kensuke Kondo has hit a home run and 4 doubles already in this tournament. 0-2.
That's sharp right there. Got 2 pitches right now he's going to. It's that fastball and slider. He's located the slider well. Nootbaar threw one in, threw one away. Let's see how disciplined Japan is.
The 0-2. Off the outside.
A lot of times after throwing that, he'll either repeat or the pitch is the fastball up in the zone. But Kondo, he's got lightning hands. he can catch up to that heater up in the zone.
Fouls that one off to the left. Meanwhile, for Mexico, their defense behind Patrick Sandoval, Rosarena Thomas, and Verdugo in the outfield. Paredes, Trejo, Urias, Meneses, and then a very experienced catcher behind the plate, Austin Barnes, who's a good player for the Dodgers. Up the middle defense for Mexico has been strong in this World Baseball Classic. Another 1-2. And strike three call. Got the call on the outside corner.
Boy, Sandoval's looking nice right now. Really sharp with all his pitches. I know it's been fastball slider, but it's been great.
So now the great Ohtani. A little nod to his teammate. All the eyes in this ballpark on Ohtani. Imagine how many around the world watching him stand in for the first time in this semifinal game. He's dominated this tournament so far. And he takes a strike.
Coming right at him. First pitch. Gotta love it.
Here's the 0-1. Ohtani took it low. Even his teammates, you can't miss this at bat. Sandoval's 1-1. Ohtani broke down.
It's a rare changeup right there. Now, he's been showing a lot of the slider. You see right there. Look at this turn on this changeup. Yep, Ohtani was full completely. Now he's got him thinking.
Sandoval's 1-2 in the dirt. Bounce that changeup. Never been a player like Shohei Ohtani ever. The pitching prowess. You heard JP tell us there's a chance if Japan can advance to the championship, we could see him on the mound tomorrow. Tonight he's the DH. 2-2. That is just off the outside. Sandoval thought he had him.
Just a little bit off right there with that slider. I would think the 3-2 will be a little bit soft like that as well. I wouldn't necessarily think he would challenge him. No, it's early on. You got to dominate with your fastball, but you got to be very careful with this guy right here.
Full count to Shohei Ohtani. 3-2 pitch is strike three call. He got it.
What a beautiful inning. All right, Mr. Sandoval. Fastball slider. 3 lefties. See you later.
This is Roki Sasaki's first game on this mound, but not his first evening in this ballpark. Here you see him watching the Mexico-Puerto Rico game just a few nights ago. Dave, a good scouting assignment for him, for both the players he was going to face and the vibe in this great ballpark.
And it is interesting, thanks JP, because the Japanese team had to travel from Tokyo, and they basically just arrived in town when he came to scout that game. So instead of holding up in a hotel room and just sleeping off some jet lag, he was here at the ballpark. Facing Rowdy Tellez here to start the second inning. No score. Tellez right back up the middle and right into the defense for out number 1.
And we talked to Kuriyama, the manager for Japan. We asked him, hey, how did these guys feel after the jet lag, the long flight, and having 5 days off, said, well, Darvish was very big with that. He was very informational. He asked, hey, everybody go take a walk, everybody try to work out, kind of get it off of you. But for the most part, they were okay. They practiced, and they felt like they were very prepared for tonight's game.
And that is why their quarterfinals took place several days before the quarterfinal games here, just to allow the teams that played across the world to travel here and get acclimated. Fastball to Isaac Paredes, misses high, ball 1. 6 hits, but a bunch of big hits for Mexico in this World Baseball Classic. Right against right, and he takes a strike right in there. Now, you mentioned it, Sasaki. It's not that he every once in a while throws a pitch 100 miles an hour. He basically sits at 100 for a full start at age 21.
It's special.
Tried that slider, or maybe that was just a splitter that came out a little funny. Went to the backstop, 2-1. First time playing in this World Baseball Classic, has an incredible personal story, and it was the split finger pitch.
I talked to Pedro Martinez about the splitter. I asked him, can you really do that? Can you make the splitter go from side to side at will? And Pedro said, absolutely. It's just a matter of how you grip it and what pressure you put on what finger. I would think you would see a fastball here. Challenge the big boy.
3-1. That one is lined down toward left center field. That's going to be a hit. So the first hit of the game comes from Isaac Paredes, cut off in the outfield by Yoshida. And that holds Paredes to a 1-out single.
Well, we know he had a big game against Puerto Rico, wasting no time getting into a good count. That's a fastball count. That's the 4-seamer you see right there. Look how short Paredes is. On top of the baseball, not trying to do too much. Got himself a base hit.
So the first hit, first base runner, a 1-out single with Luis Urias standing in. Only 3 hits so far, but very capable. And a friendly call for Sasaki, strike 1. Paredes being held at first by Okamoto, the Japanese first baseman. Splitter, 0-2.
That is a dandy right there. Look at this pitch, drops off the table. Oh my goodness. You got to respect and fear the 100. He throws you that right there. Just not fair. Filthy.
Paredes got ahead of the count and took advantage of it. Urias, I'm sure not real comfortable down 0-2, having seen those 2 pitches. Here it comes. Off the outside with the split. Trejo waiting to hit next. Mexican fans starting to come to life in the stands. Urias stays alive. So Pedro's point when you talked to him about throwing that split finger pitch was you can manipulate. It's not just throw it and see which way it moves. You have some control as the pitcher over.
That's very hard to control, but yeah, he said, yeah, you can work your way around it. You throw enough of them in bullpen sessions, and you'll know what it wants to do to you.
1-2. Another foul.
Like right there. There's not that much action there. There's not that much side spin there. That's just a good split, trying to just work it to the middle of the field, let the action do all its work. But that's one thing about Japan. If you're gonna beat them, you gotta beat them, and it's gotta be a clean game. You gotta bunt the ball. You gotta run the bases the right way. You gotta get the crucial hits and play good defense. They're just not gonna give you a game. They're not gonna walk guys. They're not gonna play sloppy.
Another one, too. Urias right back off of Sasaki. It hit the pitcher, maybe right in the midsection, and Urias will be safe at first. That was like a punch to the stomach, I think.
I think he's going to be okay, though. And when you see that line drive coming right back at you, you get a little bit surprised. It wasn't all hit that hard. It was a little jammed, but yeah, that's going to hurt. It's going to leave a bruise, but I think he'll be okay. A lot of times your eyes are moving. That ball is knuckling at you. You see the nod, though. He's fine.
Ball came off the bat at 75 miles an hour. Well, you got to give Luis Urias credit just for hanging in there behind the count 0-2. Sasaki will throw a practice pitch and make sure he's okay.
Just a little practice pitch at 93 miles an hour. Why not?
Yeah, that's the get it in velocity.
You just get it in there. Let me just feel my way into it. Throw a splitter, throw a slider, throw a 93 mile an hour heater. As we take a look at this real time right here. Yeah, it happens fast.
Well, he says he's okay. He's going to stay in the game.
He's a ball player.
But he is facing some adversity here. Alan Trejo will come up. 2 on, 1 out. Back-to-back hits for Mexico. Chance to put Mexico ahead in this game. Just off the outside. Okay, so the game starts again right back to 101.
I would think that would be the approach right now. Really stay on that heater.
Blew it by him. 1-1. Maybe not a whole lot of nuance. Alan Trejo struggled to hit. He's a solid player, good defensive shortstop.
I know last at bat the 1-1 was a soft count, but you know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Continue to throw that heater.
And again, those misses are small misses, but Quinn Wolcott calling those pitches balls, so it's 2-1. The NPB is pitch breakdown, fastball split mostly. And as you said, he'll show the slider and the curveball every once in a while.
The splitter's his go-to, righties or lefties.
Fastball on the ground is short. Should be 2. There's 1. Throw to first. Got him double play. A gut punch to Roki Sasaki, but he gets up off the turf and retires the side.
A shortstop playing with a broken right pinky finger was the one who started that double play. His name is Sosuke Genda. You see it there. He was still able to start that 6-4-3 inning-ending double play, and then when it was time to congratulate afterward, glove high five first. Dave.
Got to be smart about that. Thank you, JP. He is known as the best defensive shortstop in Japan. That's why he's on this team. And as has often been the case through the years, watching Samurai Japan, Team Japan, big hitters at the top of the lineup, prioritizing defense in some of those premium positions toward the bottom half.
You talk about Sosuke Genda, 5 Gold Gloves since entering the league in 2017. That's pretty special.
And here's a guy we're going to see a lot more of at the plate. There's Genda, player we were just talking about, the shortstop. This guy, Masataka Yoshida, he's had a great tournament so far. Signed by the Boston Red Sox in the offseason to a big contract.
Leads the tied in the tournament with RBIs. Trey Turner.
Extra base power. Sandoval use that changeup. 1-2.
It's a good changeup right there. He threw it to Shohei Ohtani 1-1. He threw it here again to Yoshida.
It's a big deal, and I think one of the main questions, he's shown power in Japan. Will that power translate to big league baseball? Not a huge question for tonight. We know he's capable in this setting. He hits that one on a line back up the middle, base hit. So the first hit for Japan, Yoshida with a leadoff single.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. Taking what Sandoval gave him with that changeup up in the zone. More than not, that changeup, when it's up in the zone, it is a very good pitch to hit, especially for the left-handers. Look how tight he stays with his back elbow. Oh, can't teach that. That's art right there. That's an absolute rocket. That works in the big leagues. That works in any league.
It does. We said how left-handed heavy this Japanese lineup is. Another lefty comes up here. Moritaka Murakami, the third baseman. Fastball for a strike. Guy who's put up huge numbers in Japan. Two-time reigning Central League MVP at the Central League, the Pacific League, in the NPB. Sort of the equivalent of American League, National League in MLB. But he has not had a great World Baseball Classic.
And I think he's been deceptive to that pitch right there. That slider down and away. Very hard pitch to hit. Got to see it up. Got to make sure you get a strike.
Those numbers will get you the MVP.
Oh, yeah.
First in average home runs. Already won the Triple Crown. Led the league in runs, on base, slugging. That was a huge year. In the dirt. And a great block by Austin Barnes, the catcher.
Well, one of the things I love about Murakami is the way he sets up his front foot. You know, he doesn't have it just there. He has it kind of on his tippy toes to feel that weight. A lot of times, most hitters tend to do that to feel rhythm, to feel weight with his back hip. It's like he's right there, and then look how he lifts up. There he goes. He has that rhythm. That ankle is always moving up and down, up and down, up and down.
Waiting for the 1-2, and he took the fastball.
That's his timing mechanism. Where most guys use their timing with their hands, he's actually using it with the front toe of his right leg. Edgar Martinez used to tell me that as a hitting coach in Seattle. He says, hey, you know, you're a Latin guy. You can dance. You got to have a little rhythm. Make sure you're just not still. You know, you look like a robot out there. Have a little bit of more rhythm with your feet. As you see right there, look, he's always moving it.
2-2, and Sandoval strikes him out swinging.
That's a good slider right there. Took a good hack, but just better pitching by Sandoval. Boy, he's got that slider working today. Look how sharp this slider is right here. More than not, you're going to be underneath that pitch. So far, though, Sandoval, he's matching these Japanese hitters.
And the frustrations continue for Munetaka Murakami. You have to imagine in Japan there is a little pressure building on him from the outside, at least, because of what a big star he is. Chopper to short, the flip to second, that's one. Throw to first, got him, double play. What a turn. With the first baseman Okamoto running just enough time to turn that ground ball into 2 outs. 1 hit, nobody left. Scoreless. We'll go to the third here in Miami.
We are already seeing tonight why Alan Trejo is regarded as one of the top young defensive shortstops in the major leagues. A brilliant double play here. That athleticism, Dave, comes from his background in basketball. That was his first sport. His father, Ray, was a basketball coach at Roosevelt High School in Los Angeles for 2 decades.
It is. It's a cool athletic family and really a well-turned double play. Now Sasaki back to work here in the third. Strike 1. Thomas, the hitter for Mexico. Alec, who's a really good athlete in his own right. Excellent defensive center fielder. Early in his young big league career has struggled to hit. Big bouncer to first, taken there by Okamoto, out number 1.
He's got that splitter working. And Sasaki, he's throwing that pitch on command. Really good action. Can throw it for a strike and make hitters kind of chase after it. I think at the 3rd inning now, you'll have an idea in the lineup. There's a lot of communication going on in that dugout in Mexico, saying, all right, we got to pick and choose our battle here. What pitch are we attacking?
Fastball to Austin Barnes, called strike, and Quinn Wolcott doesn't want to hear any more from the Mexican dugout.
Well, we know one thing with Will. He's got a short fuse. He'll let you know quick. We've had great conversations throughout the games in my time.
you and Quinn?
Very good ones. Love cafecitos and empanadas.
Just like me. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball.
We really talked about how his day was going. Yep.
Austin Barnes, I think he's been a big difference maker for this team.
Absolutely.
There's a fastball for a strike.
All these hitters, though, we've seen a lot of fastballs being taken for strikes. It's like they're surprised by it.
One, two. Off the outside. Through that splitter, just missed.
A good split action here. 2-2. A lot of times you throw that slider, hitters thinking, okay, fastball right now. Fastball's coming. You throw it off with that split. Be very tough.
2-2. And he threw another off-speed pitch, full count.
I would think he's got to trust that fastball now. If you're Barnes
on deck.
Yeah, if you're Barnes, you got to know it's coming.
3-2. On the ground to third. He did throw the fastball, a little bobble there, but enough time for Murakami to throw out Austin Barnes. 2 down.
Well, it's easier said than done, right? You know that 102 mile/hour is coming as we see this play here.
Wow.
Murakami. Yeah, but you know, he took his time. He understood who was running in the catcher, Barnes. Yeah, Sasaki loves it.
So 2 outs for Rosarena. He struck out his first time up. He takes the breaking ball for a strike. I always, and maybe it's unfair of me, you got a hitter struggling, and Murakami struck out in the last half inning, goes back out on defense at third. Another one. It's 0-2. I always wonder whether maybe a little of the focus still on the at bat that didn't go so well. But he made the play.
Well, you try not to. Doesn't mean you don't think about it from time to time.
Rosarena, a little half swing punch shot to first, caught by Okamoto. So 1-2-3 inning. Japan comes up in the bottom of the third.
Oh, Patrick Sandoval has been a beauty to watch, and you know, we know the fastball's there, and I think that's where it starts with, but the slider has been exceptional today, getting all these left-handed hitters out on it. Boy, oh boy, he's going to need that as well as that changeup if he wants to have a run like he's having right now for the remainder of this game.
And it's really cool to watch this game. These pitchers are so different with their stuff, but the results have been excellent on both sides. Tatsuto Yamada, right-handed hitter, and he goes after the first pitch from Sandoval, fouls it out of play.
I always talk to guys that had more power, and I would say, hey, you only have to hit it over the fence. It doesn't matter if it goes out of the stadium. As long as we get the job done, that's what matters. I think it's the same thing for pitching. You can throw 100, I can throw 93 to 95, but if I'm getting these hitters out, it's the same thing. This game is beautiful. It comes in all sizes and weight and height. Doesn't matter. As long as you can play the game, you can play it.
Yamada behind in the count 0-2, the second baseman for Japan. Japan trying for its third all-time World Baseball Classic championship. They won the first two. They haven't won since then. A win away here tonight from playing for a championship tomorrow. A foul off to the right.
It's a very big inning for Sandoval. You got 7, 8, 9 coming up. You want to make sure you put a clean inning here.
I think it's a good point. And it's not to say these hitters are not capable. They are. But Yamada, Genda, Nakamura mostly in this lineup for their defense and all-around play.
You want to start rallies, it usually comes from the 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Struck him out.
Oh, that dandy. That changeup is a dandy and a good one tonight. But he's got really good feel for that changeup. Look at that turn on it. Completely fooled the hitter. But it starts with the fastball. You know, he started him off with that fastball for a good strike. Down and away, finished him off with that good changeup. Unhittable.
One out. And a strike to the left-handed hitting shortstop. JP was talking about the injury that he's trying to play through. You see that pinky finger on his bottom hand wrapped up. Bunts. Sandoval off the mound, throws him out.
That's a good job right there by Sandoval. Really gets off the mound well. Sets his feet, makes a good strike throw to Meneses. You do that daily in spring training. Look at him get off the mound, take his time. No, he knows he's got time. Good strike. A lot of guys will panic. We saw it last night with Wainwright. Oh, he panicked a little bit, but that was a good play.
Adam Wainwright joked after the game about, yeah, maybe I need a few more reps at PFPs, because he did not. He did a great job overall. He pitched 4 innings for Team USA, helped him get the win. Did not have a great night fielding his position. Ball 1 to the 9th place hitter Nakamura.
I will be careful here with Nakamura. A good changeup count right here. Let's see if he gets some soft contact with it. Well, here we go then. Manu Mano.
3-time winner of the Golden Glove Award in Japan, best defensive catcher. Plays for the Yakult Swallows in Tokyo. Fly ball down the right field line. And that one just beyond the reach of Alex Verdugo. 1-2.
Seven-time All-Star. 3 Golden Glove Awards. Special player.
That is a distinguished career. 14 seasons. One-two. A little check swing, looping liner, caught behind second by Urias. That's another nice inning for Sandoval. We're through 3, 0-0.
Well, let's take a look at Roki Sasaki's fastball and split grip and the movement on it. We know he's got that good four seam at 101 miles an hour, but boy, oh boy, hitting it's hard, Dave. That splitter is nasty. He's got 2 strikeouts with it, but you know he's done a really good job of mixing it in on right-handers and left-handers. That splitters, but it starts with the 102 fastball. They call him Monster for a reason, and he's been fantastic.
Statcast doesn't know what to do with him. They're calling that pitch a cutter. We know it's his splitter. There just aren't many pitches like it. now 2-3-4 for Mexico. Alex Verdugo takes a high strike. It's 0-1.
Like that one right there. That splitter had no bite down on it. Just kind of stayed true. Verdugo shaking his head like, man.
Off the inside.
It's a big count here.
Stayed with it.
Yeah, he's staying with it, especially later in the game. He's got a really good feel for it. Usually when he's got good feel for it like that early on, he will continue to have good feel for it later on in the game, and it'll come reliable. It'll become his pitch that he goes to in key spots that he wants to win the count on.
He's ahead 1-2. And he struck him out. Just never deviated.
We know he hit that fastball in Verdugo to left center on earlier in his first at bat. Sasaki has definitely made the adjustment, saying, no, we're not going to give you the fastball anymore. We're just going to give you all the splits.
Well, he showed those numbers early in the game about Verdugo and how well he hits high velocity. He's one of the better high velocity hitters in the big leagues. And he may not see many more fastballs tonight. One out for Joey Meneses. There's a fastball.
I'm seeing right now with Sasaki his adjustment periods right now. He read a lot of these hitters in the first time through.
Meneses to left field. Yoshida catches it on the edge of the warning track. 2 down.
Just a hair off the end of the bat from Meneses right there. Got a good breaking ball split. It hung. I think Meneses is going back like saying, man, I just missed that. Yeah. Hey, man, I just missed it. Just a little bit more.
He hit 2 home runs against Team USA. Meneses did in pool play. Rowdy Tellez takes strike 1.
I think it's fair to say that splitter's a dandy.
Yeah, and now he's mixing and matching now. Tellez right over top the splitter. 0-2.
Problem with Tellez now is you got to cover zones. You can cover up in the zone at 102, or you can cover the split down and under at 91, 92. He's in a pickle right here. Big hole.
Now Tellez asks for time. On the ground, and nobody's there at third. He beats the shift with a ground ball.
Well, that's a really good 2-strike approach right there. And that's where it starts. It starts at the top of the zone. Look how he hits this. Just gets on top of it, doesn't try to do too much. 2-hand finish. You know what I love about Tellez? He just puts his foot down. There's no leg kick involved. It's just, hey, I'm in a pickle right here. I'm going to try to get a good pitch and just put some good on it, and hopefully I'm lucky.
Well, that was 102, that fastball.
He's a big league hitter, though. Nowadays, they're seeing 100 a lot.
Isaac Paredes, who had a base hit his first time up, comes up for the second time and just a little bit high. His catcher thought that was a strike. Benji Hill, the manager for Mexico, really likes this player. There's a strike. It's 1-1. Had a really good year for the Rays last year.
So far, these 1-1 counts have been soft. But Paredes is in 2 fastballs.
They got the splitter there, 1-2.
It's the problem with the 1-1 counts, man. You know, he's gone soft with them, but you just respect the fastball so much. You had your chance early on in this at-bat. Now you're in a little bit of a hole. Could be action pitch here.
Runner at first, 2 down. The 1-2 just stays alive against the splitter.
If you're Paredes here, you got to pick and choose your battle, right? You got to pick and choose which side of the plate you're going to protect and what velocity you're going to protect. More than not, you protect 3/4 of the way outside of the plate. The zone's got to be up.
One-two. Good take.
Yeah, that's a guy that's showing me he wants to make sure he gets something up in the zone. You're also deceptive to the heater up, the riding heater, which a lot of times we're seeing nowadays in the big leagues finish right-handers off.
You got the bright nail polish to make for easier visuals on the catcher's signals. 2-2 on the ground, foul by third. Right on right, Isaac Paredes. This is 2 at-bats where he has really hung in there against this sensational young right-hander. He's seen a lot of pitches now in this game.
Big spot for the Hermosillos. Paredes.
Two. He hits a little pop-up behind third, and it's going to fall. Base hit. Murakami picked it up off the bounce. Sasaki came over to cover, so that forced Tellez to stop at second, but back-to-back 2-out hits.
What a great at-bat, though, by Paredes. The more the at-bat went on, the better he felt. Saw that four-seamer right there, but it was up in the zone, Dave. And I think that's where he was looking the whole way out. Everything had to be up in the zone. Gave himself a shot, got lucky. They're in a pickle now if you're Team Japan, right? It's a little bit of a stressful situation. First and second, 2 outs. The team that gets base hits with 2 outs more than not becomes the team that wins the game. Big moment here.
Luis Urias, he had a hit in his first at bat. He hit the ball that came right back to Sasaki and hit him in the stomach. Trying to come through. Foul. Just a little late. That pitch was right down the middle, but at 100 miles an hour.
He's a little late with his leg kick. And he's seeing the baseball good, but just a little late. He's got to shorten up.
One thing to keep in mind, Rowdy Tellez, the lead runner, does not have a lot of speed. Base hit to the outfield, not guaranteed that he can score. 0-1. Urias to left field. Going back on it, Yoshida. It is gone!
Mexico! Magdalena, Mexico! Mexico's finest, Luis Urias, comes huge. What a moment. Wow. Hanging splitter, Dave. He got the hanging splitter for a base hit in the first at bat. Hanging splitter again for a homer. Biggest hit of his young career.
Shohei Ohtani almost like, okay, we got our hands full. This Mexican team has played great baseball.
This play just never died. It never had the bite. Oh my goodness. Wow.
A little bleeder, a little bloop, and then a blast. That's a strike. It's 0-2.
So many times in the dugout you're saying 2 bloops and a blast, 2 bloops and a blast, a bloop and a blast.
That's exactly what Mexico got right there. 2 outs, nobody on. The ground ball to beat the shift. Nobody was at third. A little pop-up, broken bat pop-up. And then Luis Urias.
2-out hits are so important in tournament play. Look at him. Oh, he knows it. No doubter.
Had only had 3 hits all tournament until tonight. Sasaki misses up and away. 1-2.
All of a sudden now, he started this inning at 44 pitches, up to 63.
Yep. Ground ball to shortstop. Genda makes the throw. Out number 3. But speaking of 3, how about the 3-run, 2-out rally capped off by Luis Urias, his first World Baseball Classic home run. Makes it 3-0 Mexico. Well, I'm not sure anybody really saw that coming. Mexico 2 outs, bases empty, and a couple little soft hit balls that found a home out there, and then Luis Urias with the hardest hit ball of the game, and it's 3-0 Mexico. With the way Patrick Sandoval is pitching, he's faced the minimum through 3 innings. Top of the order, Lars Nootbaar, and Team Japan's got some work to do.
They sure do.
Strike 1.
Luis Urias with the nickname Huicho. Boy, he's come up huge in tonight's ballgame.
Nootbaar struck out in his first at bat, hits big bouncer on the first base side foul, so he falls behind in the count. 0-2. Japan does have the bullpen working. Wearing the distinguished number 18 out of the bullpen. The guy who's really, in terms of just success and numbers, the most accomplished pitcher right now in Japan. Nootbaar right into the defense. Trejo throws him out.
I think if you're Sandoval right now, you just want to get a 0. You got all the momentum in the world. You want to get back out there and let your team hit. You want to continue to fight, continue to punch.
He looks awesome.
Sure has been.
I mean, right from the first pitch, just mixing and matching, changing speeds, pinpoint location.
That's been the key right there. Pinpoint location. Not really falling behind these hitters. Getting strike 1. A lot of soft pitches early on.
Kensuke Kondo takes a ball inside. This is a key hitter for Japan because you got Ohtani on deck, and you would love to get somebody on base for the great Shohei Ohtani. Sandoval, that compact delivery misses. It's 2-0.
I think a lot has to do with the guy who's behind, who's on deck. You want to be so perfect to the hitter prior to Ohtani that you just lose it for a little bit, because you know, hey, I can't have this guy get on first base. It's a problem.
2-0 pitch, and there's a strike. If the play-by-play guy notices the presence of the on-deck hitter, you can bet the pitcher does.
They know an inning or 2 prior.
They've really been tough to hit. Now, those are last year's numbers, but this lefty heavy lineup for Japan. Good matchup for Patrick Sandoval. That one on the ground into right field, base hit. So Kondo comes through with the second hit of the game for Japan, and there will be a base runner on for Ohtani.
That's a good piece of hitting right there for Sandoval. He wants that slider back. That slider had no bite to it, just kind of stayed up like a little cement mixer. Now you got problems with Shohei.
Now Ohtani against his Angels teammate.
On the first at bat, Sandoval threw him a couple changeups, kind of had Shohei a little bit of this ort of say. He was a little confused by it. Does he go back to that changeup, or is it more of the fastball slider combo? One thing's for sure though, he's got to have pinpoint location with a very dangerous hitter.
The power that Ohtani displayed during batting practice today was breathtaking. Waiting for the first pitch from Sandoval, and it's in the dirt. Nice pick by Austin Barnes. Ohtani was hitting the ball to places in this ballpark that I did not know were possible to reach.
Way up in there.
He hit the video board on the fly. When he pulled it a little more, he literally hit it to the top of the second deck. That was batting practice, though. Sandoval taking a long time, and he misses with a fastball. 2-0.
I'll tell you what, during batting practice, it felt like the Beatles were in town. I mean, everybody was just admiring Shohei Ohtani's strength. As we see that ball hit the top of the TV, that is so far.
The longest home runs in the history of this ballpark. I mean, he demolished in terms of the longest distances. Now that's in a game. It is different, but it was amazing. Ohtani, a high pop-up, third base side, and foul out of play.
The coolest part about batting practice was that it was him and Nootbaar that were hitting. They were the only ones hitting, and everybody was just watching. And when Shohei was done, batting practice was over.
Okay, team, we're ready.
We're ready. He hit a homer to dead center. He says, we're good. Pack it up. Let's go. He got a standing ovation from all the fans here.
Just a remarkably, we haven't even talked about the pitching and the hitting combo, doing things that nobody in the history of the game's ever done. He takes the ball, 3-1. And it's just really hard to blame Sandoval with a runner on base for being oh so careful. He's had the front row seat for Ohtani's spectacular MLB success.
I would be surprised if he sees another fastball here. It's a good change of count, but
3-1, and it's a strike. Yeah, got the call.
He's been very careful with him. That's a strike right there. A little backdoor slider.
Yeah, almost like a front door slider. Like, Ohtani was really fooled by that.
If he throws it 3-1.
Why not?
Then we see a 3-2. The changeup's a play here, though, too. I like the changeup.
3-2. Ohtani lines one toward left center field. It's going to be caught by Alek Thomas. JP?
Well, as you described, the crowd around batting practice was something unlike anything I'd ever seen. Look at that number of people. I was in there somewhere, but it's remarkable, Dave and Yonder. My colleagues and I in the media, who really do try to do a good job of being objective and keeping our even keel about things, I think a lot of us were in awe as well. We're supposed to be these cool customers. Well, we weren't earlier today.
There were a lot of our friends and colleagues who had the video camera, the phone camera out, just watching him put on the show.
I was in awe.
Yeah.
And I had my camera out. Said, hold on a second. I got to get a video of this and send it. to all my family members and show my son one day, hey, this is Shohei Ohtani.
He hit that last ball, that line out 110 miles an hour.
One-handed.
He hit it one-handed.
Special.
2 down. Yoshida, who has a base hit already, slashes that one foul off to the left. He's behind in the count 0-2.
Toriyama said about Shohei Ohtani, I knew he could do the two-way player at 14 years old. Saw him pitch, was outstanding. Saw him hit a ball the other way for a homer, and I knew, yep, this guy is going to be able to do both things.
Even he could not have imagined the high-level success, because it's literally never happened before, ever. Oh, 2. That one is lined into left, base hit. So Yoshida's 2 for 2. Kondo heads to third. The throw comes back in towards second. And Japan is threatening.
Just a couple careless sliders right there up in the zone, especially 0-2. These pitches cannot be at the top of the zone when you got them basically dominated. Too good of a hitter for that. They'll take what they can get. Absolute rocket to left center for a base hit.
And this is a very big at bat for a big star in Japan. See the smile from Yoshida, but Munetaka Murakami has not been smiling much in this tournament. He's the MVP, 2-time MVP, Triple Crown winner, but 4 for 18 without a home run. What a spot this would be for him to break out. Most home runs in a season in NPB history. The all-time greatest, Sadaharu Oh, who hit 55 home runs by Japanese-born players. And Murakami in 2022 bested the great Sadaharu Oh, 56 home runs. Two on, 2 out. And a foul tip.
He's just leaking a little bit with his right shoulder. A lot of times, we talk about the greats and like Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt, they keep their head down. They keep their head still at moment of contact. He's kind of lifting up a little bit. That's why he's getting a lot of foul balls. That's why he's just a hair off the breaking balls. Got to simplify it and slow it down for him.
It's only the 4th inning. They don't need to tie the game with one swing. But a run would be a big answer. 0-1. That is a slider for a strike.
That's a good one right there. That had bite.
Did not allow a home run last year to a left-handed hitter.
He goes back to that slider. It's got to be a wasted pitch.
The 0-2 is a ball. Wow.
Murakami got a break there. I was at the top of the zone. A lot of the times I prefer, if the umpire is going to call me on a ball up in the zone, it's a breaking ball. I never argued it. I'm always arguing balls down in the zone. But if you're Sandoval, that's a bad slider though. That's a mistake slider that Murakami couldn't take advantage of.
Now the 1-2. That is strike 3 call. Just could not get the swing off. A shutdown inning. We go to the 5th. 3-0 Mexico.
Quite a night for Patrick Sandoval, quite a reaction as well after the last half inning. Patrick has talked about the intensity and what it means for him and his family to represent Team Mexico. He was actually drafted originally by the Houston Astros in 2015, the same draft class as Alex Bregman and Team USA's Kyle Tucker. Now on the mound for Team Japan, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Dave, it's a really interesting strategy here and one that speaks to the somewhat dire circumstance for Team Japan. They had hoped to have Yamamoto available to them tomorrow for the final, but they now realize what an urgent game this semifinal has become.
He is the established, thank you JP, the established ace of aces in the NPB these days. Yamamoto, his first pitch, 95 miles an hour. But off the outside to Alek Thomas.
You know one thing, he's a strike thrower. Four-seamer, splitter, curve, cutter. He throws a very unique curveball. He's got that Ginoza grip on it. He's basically turning his wrist over and then showing the back side of his hand to the batter, and then he flicks it with his wrist. Very unique style. You talked about it, Dave. One of the best ones in the game.
This is down and in. Ball 2. He is the two-time reigning Sawamura Award winner, which is essentially the Cy Young for both leagues. Best pitcher in the professional leagues. 2-2.
That's a good splitter right there. A lot of times the hitters see it more as a two-seamer, but the action is there and the drop is there.
2-2 pitch. Thomas strikes out swinging.
That's nasty.
Well, you go back to the 4th inning. Roki Sasaki, who was impressive in a lot of ways, but this is the ball that started the rally.
Yeah, I just felt he lost kind of the command there. A lot of balls at the top of the zone. We know the hanging splitter was his biggest mistake, but for the most part, he had good command down in the zone. In that inning, it just unraveled on him. A lot of misses up in the zone.
So for Sasaki, the 3 runs allowed, all in one swing. Austin Barnes with a foul ball. So he leaves 64 pitches thrown, 4 innings. And out of this game. Japan trailing 3-0. Japan really not tested at all in this World Baseball Classic yet. They have dominated in their 5 wins coming into tonight. Oh, 2. And Yamamoto. Big chopper to third. Fair ball. Long throw. Got him. Let's go back down to JP.
Dave, it's a really interesting trend in this tournament. Since 2013, teams that had to make the trans-Pacific flight after pool play or the second round have lost every single semifinal, including Team Japan in 2013 and again in 2017. And in both of those semifinal losses, a slow offense was a huge concern for Team Japan.
Trying to avoid a repeat here tonight. Arozarena takes a strike at 97 on the inside.
Got so much to deal with. For me, though, for a hitter, the 5 days off, you just can't. You can hit all you want, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, it's a good point by both of you, because it's not necessarily just the long travel and maybe the jet lag, but because of the long travel, you have to build in a couple of days of acclimation, and those days can serve to ice an offense.
Doesn't matter how many practice swings you take, how much batting practice. It just doesn't relate to real game speed pitching.
Ball 2.
I remember I used to take thousands of swings in the offseason, but the first time I would face a pitcher, oh my goodness, it was like I was learning how to walk all over again.
That one called a ball, even though it could have been a strike. It's 3-1 to Arozarena.
The action, the intensity, the heartbeat, it's just a lot different when it's a game speed. The lights are on, the players know it.
Yamamoto. This is inside. That's ball 4. Arozarena makes his way to first base. He was not real stressed out about the pressure of this game before the game, was he?
just having a good time. Why not? Got his boots on, he's got his hat, signing some autographs, taking some pictures with some celebrities. CeCe and Adam Jones. I mean, that's a good time right there.
I don't think there's anybody. We have a lot of candidates. I mean, the U.S. has had players who have loved this tournament. We saw pool play here in Miami, just tremendous. But I don't know if anybody's enjoyed it more than Randy Arozarena. Strike one to Alex Verdugo. And I don't think it's a total coincidence that a guy who can do that before a big game can, you know, not take himself too seriously, stay loose.
That's just him.
He has performed in the World Series, in the playoffs, in the World Baseball Classic. He does not allow the pressure of the moment to change him.
Well, Verdugo's seen a steady diet of breaking balls.
He hits a soft bouncer to second on the throw to first, and plenty of time for out number 3. So Yamamoto comes into the game and retires Mexico without a run. Still though, 3-0 Japan trails.
A great family moment today for the Gil family. Team Mexico manager Benji Gil with his wife Carly and their son Mateo Gil, who now is in spring training with the New York Mets. So Benji was actually able to, a couple days ago, Dave, make the drive from Miami to Port St. Lucie to be able to watch and have this time. There they are in Port St. Lucie. So Benji, of course, works for the Angels, but wearing the Mets hat for his son on that particular day.
So pretty cool experience. Thank you, JP, for the Mexican manager Benji Gil to not only be here for the first time in the semifinals. Mexico has never made it this far in the World Baseball Classic, but also to leave the Cactus League and come here close by the Grapefruit League and get a chance to see his kid.
Not much sleep. Got to see his son. That's a lot of fun. You rarely get to see him too because he's in Arizona. His son is here in Port St. Lucie.
Okamoto, a high fly ball, deep left field. Arozarena at the wall. He leaps and he caught it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
This guy, he just proved to everybody that, yeah, he had the baseball.
Wow, what a catch. Are you not entertained? Sets himself up, sees the wall, takes a peek and says, okay, here we go. Lift off.
It's the only thing he hadn't done yet. He's made a great catch. Now he's robbed a home run. He is something else.
Look at Sandoval. Oh my goodness. Yep. Look at me now. That's right.
Line drive, base hit right field.
Oh, good piece of hitting right there.
Some good swings here from Japan. And I think Yamada's theory was, let me hit it to somebody other than that guy. Anywhere else. This was on Saturday. Incredible.
Oh.
Saved the game.
It did.
And he had kind of a similar pose, but a little more spread out.
That's so cool. Look at him get up on that. That's highway robbery. I-95 robbery right here in South Florida.
He's just built for these big games.
Wow.
And, you know, he's done this a lot in this tournament. He'll come out, he'll be signing autographs here. They're having a meeting on the mound during the game. Yeah, you just check, make sure to have time to get this one signed.
Look at this.
He does it during the game.
World Baseball Classic. You get it all
He did it the other night. Why change? Sorry, he ran out of time.
This is fun.
So now Genda, runner at first, 1 out. We don't really know if Genda can really. He bunted his first time up. We're just not quite sure he can swing the bat like usual. I mean, for Japan, these are huge because you get the top of the order looming. This is the 8th place hitter. Some better swings against Sandoval, maybe a little more vulnerable.
Yeah, so was Arena today before the game. What do you got on Sasaki? He says, well, the only thing I got is that he's going to go home with a loss. I mean, it tells you everything you need to know about the attitude of Arozarena and Mexico, right? They have all the confidence in the world.
It's a team with some swagger right now. 2-1.
You know, even if he didn't get that swing right there on that slider, that's a better slider. He's been missing at the top of the zone a lot. You know, even that breaking ball that Arozarena was able to catch, that was a bad breaking ball. It was a hanging slider. He's got to have doubt. He's got to finish.
Here to the great shortstop. Did he hold up? He did.
Yeah.
That has to hurt.
His fingers are jattering in there. Yeah, he held. Oh my goodness, the pain.
Takes some toughness. His manager said he was not going to miss this, period. Three-1. Foul.
It's a really good ground ball candidate right here, especially with his pinky, with his bottom hand. There's definitely a lot more grip with the top hand. The problem is here is the rollover, right? First base is open. You want to stay hard with him. If he's late, stay hard. It's a lot easier to contact rollover with a breaking ball. If it's a breaking ball, it's got to be a strikeout breaking ball.
Bullpen working now for Mexico. Big pitch here, 3-2. Runner goes, and another ball fouled off to the left side.
I would stay hard with him. That's kind of the go-to.
It just can't be easy to hit. See that pinky on his right hand, heavily taped up. Hanging right out over the plate with it though. 3-2. No, a throw to first, and Yamada dives back safely. Bottom of the 5th. Luis Urias' 3-run homer. The difference in this game against the spectacular young starter Roki Sasaki. Patrick Sandoval pitching so well and getting great support from his defense. See if Yamada's running again. 3-2. He goes, and it's slashed foul again. Another fastball.
I would think if he stays with it, continues to pound the strike zone, but you're also thinking about, okay, if I want to strike out here, the changeup is the play. Closest that it looks to a fastball. There's no spin involved. But I would think he'll stay hard, continue to stay hard here.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming, but first another throw to first. If you could get the swing and miss, I would think you'd have a pretty good chance for a strikeout and a throw for a double play, because Yamada just cannot get a very good jump against the lefty Sandoval. So it's not like this is a straight steal situation. 3-2. Yamada goes again, and it is up and in, ball 4. He walked him. What a great job by Sosuke Genda to draw the walk.
It really was.
And I think that's going to be the final pitch that Patrick Sandoval throws in this game. Indeed, there's the call to the bullpen. Well, Randy Arozarena helped him out, but still the lead is in jeopardy. Pitching change. We'll be back right after this. Now Patrick Sandoval, 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, only 1 walk. I thought he pitched really well, but now with 2 on and only 1 out, he gives the ball to his teammate Jose Urquidy out of the bullpen for Mexico.
He got the job done, though. 65 pitches, 6 strikeouts. This is a guy in Urquidy's. He's pitched some big games for the Houston Astros. They're going to need him. Thrown 4 innings, just 2 earned runs and 5 strikeouts. They're going to need him to at least have a couple of good innings. But we know that Mexico, they got a really good bullpen. He's got to be proud, though, in Sandoval.
Well, Japan, the 9th place hitter Nakamura, a very good defensive catcher, not known for his hitting, and they're down 3 runs. They've got an opportunity here. They are using a pinch hitter. And this is Shugo Maki. He's got 2 home runs already in this World Baseball Classic. He showed plenty of power in the Central League. Still a young player, only 24 years old. So Maki, right-handed hitter against Urquidy, 2 on, 1 out, and then he got Nootbaar, Kondo, and Ohtani looming after this. First pitch and the breaking ball. Barnes dropped it after the swing and miss. No problem.
Urquidy's with a good slider. Really got some good breaking balls. A lot of good bite on the sweeper. Really a lot of movement down with this sinker. Wow. That's the pitch right there. That sweeper. It just looks like a fastball and then it dives on you right at the last second.
He made.
Look at this pitch. Look how tight it is. Yeah. More than not, you're going to get those swings right there, especially if you're a right-hander. Now you got windows, right? Now you got the fastball up in the zone. You can go back to the sweeper. You can go down under with the 2-seamer. He's in a hole, though, in Maki.
0-2. On the ground to shortstop. Not hit hard. Trejos plays to first, and he just got him. Man, showed off a really good arm to get the out.
Oh, my goodness. That was a good play right there. Understanding you had speed on all the bases. Not hit all that hard. But look how he sets his feet up. Right here. The 2-step, boom, and then the strong throw. Oh, man, that's a dandy right there of a play.
That's a big out. The runners did advance. Yamada to third, Genda to second. And now the leadoff hitter has become such a big star in Japan. Cardinals outfielder Lars Nootbaar. Southern California kid playing for Team Japan, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike.
Urquidy is known to steal strikes first pitch with breaking balls, but now he goes to work with the sweeper. Down to that back foot. Kind of makes it look like a fastball, and then it just dives into the back foot of a hitter, especially the left-handers.
Nootbaar out in front.
Yeah, good changeup right there.
This is such a big at-bat in this game.
He's come out of that bullpen with really good control of all his pitches.
He's been in so many big games in his young career with Houston. 0-2 off the outside for another good changeup.
Yeah, just testing the waters right there with Nootbaar. Let's see how disciplined he is. He's got another pitch, though, that he can kind of see how disciplined if he stays with him. Back-to-back changeup. It's not a bad pitch again. He's thrown it twice. We'll think the slider. The sweeper's a good one here. The top of the zone is really good as well.
1-2. He bounced that slider. A great stop by Austin Barnes.
Look at this block right here. Look at that shin, how it goes down with the glove. Oh, so soft.
From 0-2 to 2-2.
You're Newberg, you got to get a pitch up in the zone.
Urquidy, well, off the outside.
He's seeing him good. He's not budging at all with anything down. The approach stays the same, Dave. It's got to be up. Got to be up.
Here we go. Full count, 3-2. The pitch is ball 4. He walked him.
That's a really good at bat. From being 0-2 to a walk. That's exceptional right there by Newberg. That's a professional at bat right there. The approach was very simple. Had to get something up. If not, I'm just not budging.
But now what a great chance here for Japan. Kensuke Kondo, who's had an excellent tournament, has a base hit tonight against the starter Sandoval. And comes up with the tying run at first base and 2 down. An excellent speed out there for Japan.
Well, he started every hitter with breaking ball. Will he do it here first pitch?
And the great Ohtani on deck. And that one is driven to left field. Arozarena back. Arozarena at the wall to make the catch.
Catches by Randy Arozarena, bookending the 5th inning on an extraordinary night here in Little Havana. Look at this catch, the celebration as well. No penalty for excessive celebration there, Dave Fleming. And as he's running back in, I have to share this. Changing of the guard, Adam Jones himself, the king of great WBC catches, says Jones is no longer the man. It's Randy Arozarena when it comes to great catches in this event.
Okay, he said it.
Yeah. That's it.
If he says it. Hard to dispute. Joey Meneses on the ground, down to a couple of knees. And the throw to first for out number 1. Yamada made the play. New catcher, Takuya Kai, takes over behind the plate for Japan. Well, I mean, Japan has had some really good at-bats these last couple innings. And between the line drive caught off the bat of Ohtani by Alek Thomas, the 2 outstanding plays by Arozarena.
It's just gone Mexico's way the whole time. I mean, every hard hit ball that Japan's hit has been right at somebody. Every bloop that Mexico's hit has dropped. And then, well, you got the good pitching as well.
Yeah.
From Sandoval. And the great catches from that guy.
Didn't have time to sign any autographs after the second one. Had to come back in the dugout.
Look at him. He's still having fun.
He is just totally relishing this chance to play in this event. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. Randy Arozarena was born in Cuba. That's where he grew up, learned how to play ball, but Mexico has become his adopted home country. And you can just tell by the way he plays here how much pride he has taken in that. How much he cares about it. Tellez goes down swinging. Nasty.
That's a good split right there. Oh my goodness. Look at this thing drop right here. Down under. Not much Tellez can do right there.
I love the tradition in Japan. It's been going on for decades. I think it started with the Tokyo Giants. Number 18. That's the ace of the pitching staff. And Yamamoto wears number 18.
Kind of like in soccer, wearing number 10. It's the best player on the team.
It's the number of distinction. Remember when Daisuke came to MLB for the first time, he had 18, and many of the other great Japanese pitchers over the years have worn it. Two 2-0.
Found himself in a fastball count here. Would he get one?
Paredes, who is 2 for 2 with a run scored. Strike one.
There's a little baby cutter right there. That's a good pitch, down and away.
Paredes had 2 of those 5 hits against Roki Sasaki, and he made Sasaki in those 2 at bats throw 12 pitches. Maybe set the stage for his teammate who hit the 3-run homer after him. Pops this one up. See if it's playable. First base side, foul ground. It is for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning. Ohtani coming up when we come back. Everyone impressed by the Ohtani show during batting practice, including, my broadcast partner, Yonder Alonso, and that is actually from your camera. Okay, not that part of it, but
that was pretty cool.
He even impressed himself.
Yeah, I said, hold on a second. I got a video. I got to keep this on my phone.
Yeah, you've played 10 years in the big leagues. You've seen a lot of great hitters. It's just different with Ohtani.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Left-handed pop like that. It's just impressive how the ball just jumps off his bat.
Just clobbered a line drive his last time up, but it was caught. So he's 0 for 2. This one, a big topper and a no kick foul. It's 0-2.
I talked to the manager, Toriyama, and I asked him, I know Japanese players, they're known to work very hard, and for the most part, all of them have the same routine. And he said, yeah, Shohei Ohtani, he's on a whole nother level of a program. He can do whatever he wants.
And it's not that he doesn't work hard, but
he works very hard.
The coaches, they're not messing with this guy.
No.
Let him do his thing. 0-2. He lines that one into left field, and that's going to be a hit for Ohtani. From one star to another, Rosarena picks it up, and Ohtani trying to help get his team going.
Rarely see emotion for Shohei. That's emotion right there, and if Japan's gonna get something going, it's got to start with Shohei. You see him get that fastball right there, just gets enough of it, staying short with it, driving it the other way. Randy can't do much more. There he is.
Against a guy who's been tough on him, Urquidy. Those two face each other in the same division, American League West, and that time Ohtani got the best of it. Ball 1. Masataka Yoshida, who's had 2 nice swings, line drive singles each time up. He's 8 for 17 in this World Baseball Classic. 2-0. The at-bats have gotten better and better for Japan.
Have been. Yes, they have been. Not necessarily a fastball count here in Urquidy's. I know he's got a good changeup. Yeah.
First 3 innings were pretty quiet for this Japanese offense. Last 2 plus, a lot of good swings. So far, though, nothing to show for it. Still down 3-0. A spot in the championship game on the line, and a little squib shot, foul.
That's a good changeup right there.
So now it's 2-2. Let's go down to JP.
What a great horn section in left field here at Lone Depot Park. Wherever Samurai Japan travels, their fans go with them, and there is a specific anthem that all those loyal supporters know for every single player in the lineup, and here they are singing their song for Yoshida.
With some gusto. 2-2, big chopper to first, backhanded by Meneses. Gets the out at second, the throw to first, not in time.
Not too much speed right there, double him up. But a very good job on Meneses getting that long hop. Look how he gives himself an angle here. He takes a couple steps forward once he's catching it to give himself an angle and not hit the runner on the back. That's a very good play by Meneses, which a very tough play for the first baseman to make. Now he's talking about the light. I was inches away from that ball being on the lights. Very hard to see with the long hops.
Good thing he put on the eye black.
Never know when you need it.
So now Murakami 0 for 2, and he struck out twice. Swings at the first pitch here. He is just out of sorts at the plate.
Yeah, but they've done a good job on him, especially right here in this at bat, starting him off slow. They're kind of baiting him. It's slow, slower, and then speeding him up with fastballs and cutters in. Problem is, when you're going this bad, it feels like there's a huge glove all over the field. Anything you hit either gets caught, or if you get a good pitch to hit, you'll miss it.
Takes that one off the inside.
Yeah, they've done a good job of that right there. Moving his feet, moving his eyes, and then going back to the slow stuff.
Urquidy. There you go. Yes. That was a swing, according to Lance Barksdale.
When you're going bad, all that goes against you. The check swings, the tough pitches. Let's take a look if he goes right here. Oh yeah, he went.
One, two. Got it. Well, Murakami strikes out for the third time in the first 6 innings.
You got a good pitch right there, a hanging changeup. You see that right shoulder leaking. Whether or not you're going to foul tip him, whether or not your eyes are moving, just not being able to slow things down right now. For Murakami, got a feel for him a little bit there.
Yeah, just a massive star in Japan, and a guy they really count on in the middle of this lineup. It's been a tough night for him. 2 down. Okamoto, who has had some good swings, including the one last time. Rosarena robbed him of a home run. Two and 0. In the dugout, we had the drum for Venezuela in the dugout. We got the sombrero in the dugout for Mexico. Two-0 pitch. Got the very friendly call there.
Yeah, that's a good fastball down and away right there. Not much you can do right there. Yuri Okamoto.
Instead of 3-0, it's 2-1. Big opening on the right side of the infield, way outside with a breaking ball, not close. So it might be that he hasn't thrown a strike yet. He got a very fortunate call. 3-1 to a good hitter. Okamoto 30 or more home runs for 5 straight years in Japan. He takes a ball. That's a 2-out walk.
That's a good at bat. You want to talk about how intense this inning is getting? The pitcher that's pitching right now, usually they're sitting on the bench trying to preserve their energy. Yamamoto's got the glove just in case the third out, but he's watching. He wants to top step his teammate. He's staying loose, but he's in the top step, making sure that he can get a good eye on everything that's happening.
So this is the manager, Kenji Hill, coming out to talk to Urquidy. I don't know that this is necessarily pitching change coming.
This is, I want to look into your eyes and I want to know what you've got. Can you get one more guy out for me? Very stressful situation. Came in a stressful situation. This is just him letting him know, we live and die with you. I need your best right here.
We got a right-hander up in the bullpen for Mexico. Jesus Cruz. So now Yamana 1 for 2, 3 hits in the World Baseball Classic for him. Not a big power hitter, trying to keep the rally going. 2 on, 2 out, and takes a strike.
That's a good fastball right there. You know, he's been going soft, especially with runners in scoring position. It's a good adjustment right there, changing it up on him.
Ball, 1 strike. He's having a hard time right now with that pitch.
Take a look at that leg kick right there. It's a 2-step leg kick. That's beautiful, isn't it? Out over the plate.
Stylish hitter. The ball popped foul, back out of play. Fastball in on his hands.
That was a good pitch right there, though. Just seeing that big leg kick. He was late with the leg kick there. That was a good pitch. Riding into his hands. Look at him bail out. You see the leg kick, and look how he rushes to it. Oh, he just rushes to it. Now you can speed him up, you can slow him down, you can do a lot of things with him.
1-2. Way outside. He's missing big with that pitch right now.
Now that's a ball out of the hand. That's got to slow it down with that left shoulder. You can go back in there if you want, and it's there. Big pitch here, action pitch, 2-2.
Jose Urquidy, 2-2. It is high at 95 miles an hour.
He tried to go back in there. He just rushed it a little bit. Problem is, do you test it again?
With 2 down and a full count, the runners can get the head start. There they go. 3-2 is ball 4. He tried that breaking ball. Right now, he just does not have a feel for that pitch. The bases are loaded. Looks like his manager's sticking with Urquidy, though. So another opportunity, 3rd inning in a row where Japan's offense putting big pressure on Mexico.
Another big opportunity, though, for Suzuki.
Genda with a broken finger, trying to come through. He takes inside, ball 1. He worked it really gritty at bat and finally drew a walk his last time up.
He saw a lot of fastballs in the prior at bat. He was late on everything.
Saw a fastball there, but it missed. 1-0. Bases loaded, 2 down. And a strike.
That's a good changeup, and more than not, you know, that's coming from Barnes. Understanding he's being a little too quick with his pitches. Well, If you're too quick, what do? You slow him down. Throw me a changeup here. That's a good pitch. Now the timing's back on it.
The 1-1. That one is hit down the left field line. Arozarena on the move. Arozarena will get there and make the catch. 3-0 Mexico. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of World Baseball Classic Inc. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. Miami has been such a great host. One more game to go after tonight, the championship game of this World Baseball Classic. Will it be Mexico or Japan? Japan has built tons of opportunity these last 3 innings and still has not broken through. It's 3-0 thanks to the guy at the plate, Luis Urias, who swings through a first pitch fastball here.
Bicho. Well, they've left a lot of guys on base for Japan. You really can tell that the 5 days have been a test for them.
And I agree with you, but sometimes in this sport, even good at bats don't get rewarded. Ground ball to short, at this time for Urias, and Japan has had some hard hit balls. At some point, it's like hit it to anybody but Randy Arozarena. Find somewhere else to hit the ball.
Absolutely.
Because early on, the offense for Japan just wasn't there. Last few innings, a lot of loud contact, and that guy and the Mexican defense has just been too good.
He's having fun, huh? Not
yes,
1 ounce of stress.
Nope. So 1 out here in the 7th. Perfect pitch from Yamamoto, who's been impressive since coming in the game.
Talk about stress. I don't think I would have nails if I would be playing this game.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. These are the best players in the world. That was a swing. So the count is 0-2. It's March. I mean, it's a time in baseball where usually, we're just playing practice games, getting ready for the games that really count.
Yeah, but they've been so sharp. It feels like they're playing in the middle of July right now.
It feels like October.
Clean baseball.
0-2. Off the outside.
Hitters making you work. Pitchers not giving an inch.
One, 2. Alan Trejo's gone from 0-2 to 2-2.
I give you a Trejo here. They've gone for the most part away from him. There's no need to leak. No need to think inside. I think if it's inside, it's just more of a surprise pitch. They're trying. Here we go.
Set that target in 2-2, and he was ready for it. Pulled it down the left field line. That is a foul ball. Wow. Pretty impressive.
They tried. They had to feel like, hey, we've just gone way too much away on him. Let's try to sneak a fastball inside. That missed by a foot at most.
So another 2-2 to Trejo from Yamamoto. Rocks back. Breaking ball slowly hit to third. It is a foul ball, and a good decision.
Very good decision right there.
Murakami to let it kick foul. Guy's had a tough tournament at the plate. You can kind of start to see it on his face.
Yeah. Pressing, thinking about it. Left a lot of guys on base.
Now time, finally, Yamamoto was waiting and waiting. He sort of looks like a veteran out there. He's only 24 years old.
He would be in trouble with the new pitch clock.
He would have to pick up the pace. 2-2 in the dirt. It's very likely that at the end of this baseball season, they have a posting system for players in Japan. So we say posted, essentially made available to big league teams to make a contract offer. So I think 2024, we're likely going to see this guy in Major League Baseball. A little teaser here tonight. 3-2. Trejo takes ball 4. Wow.
What an at bat. Very good at bat right there. I just think for Yamamoto, he just didn't execute. You know, he was disgusted with himself right there. He had the chance. He had him basically put away. Just wasn't able to execute. Trying to overthrow a little bit right there.
That's a 1-out base runner for Mexico. They haven't had a hit since the 3-run homer back in the 4th inning. It's really been an amazing game here. In the dirt, a good block by the catcher Kai.
Very good block right there. You know, and going back to Murakami, the third baseman. You know, you can talk about having a bad night, but I guarantee you he's thinking about one more chance, one more opportunity. He knows who he is as a baseball player. He knows he's had success. He knows he's done very well in the past. He just wants one more opportunity.
He's definitely going to get at least one more at bat here in this game. 1-0 pitch. And that one off the inside. So Yamamoto, after getting ahead of Trejo 0-2, now he's sort of lost the strike zone.
I would think there will be some movement in the bullpen. Those 7th innings are very important, and you don't want a Rosarena to face him in a tight situation.
If he's still as erratic. And right now he's erratic. That one missed badly. 3-0. He was working with a much better rhythm before, and I don't know whether it's conscious where he's slowed it down, but
has no feel, it doesn't look like. They're kind of just waiting for the call.
3-0 to Alek Thomas. That's a strike. And this is the bottom part of the order. Yamamoto does not want to be giving away free base runners. Already down 3-0.
Usually that's how the big rallies start, when you turn over the lineup.
Here's the 3-1. Runner going, and it's a check swing foul. So Thomas tried to hold up. Trejo was off and running, but he'll have to go back.
I would think he will be running again here. Take a look here at this foul tip. Yeah. You got to trust Thomas, though. He's got to be able to swing on a strike.
Ogawa, right-hander, starting to get loose in the bullpen. 3-2. Trejo. Not running. Foul to the backstop. the 3-2. This time Trejo does run. It's swung on and hit foul. Thomas again, just a little foul ball.
Boy, I got to tell you, there is a huge gap in right center. That ball, as we see here, this foul tip. Ouch. Huge gap in right center. I mean, anything gets hit into the outfield. There's a lot of speed on the bases, and that guy hitting right now has got a lot of speed as well. Big outfield here. Go with the split.
(3-2). Trejo runs. It is swung on and missed. Here comes the throw, the tag, and they didn't get it. Somehow Trejo got around the tag.
Who's going swimming? Well, Trejo's going swimming. What a swim move right there. I think they're going to challenge it. Let's take a look right here.
I don't think he ever got him, did he?
Wow.
Well, maybe what they'll challenge is, was there a split second?
Challenging the safe call at second base.
Not yet there. So the hand is on, then the tag is on. Is there a moment where the hand comes off right there and the tag is on the leg? Maybe.
Yeah, but is it enough? They already called him safe. It's got to be very conclusive.
All right, not yet. Hand off there, glove on leg. I think he's out. The Mexican fans disagree with me.
They think he's safe.
But I think you got to wait and let it play out here. There.
I think there's just not enough evidence.
And you might be right, but if it's me making the call,
what a cool move though, huh?
It was a great effort by
swim
Trejo.
move right there. Wow.
So it's either out number 3 if they overturn the call and the side is retired, or runner in scoring position for Barnes. Lance Barksdale, the crew chief, the guy who's got the earpiece in.
Every time the fans get to see the replay,
I think that hand's off. I think he's out. But it doesn't mean that I see it the same way that the replay umpires see it. Three-run homer back in the 4th. It is held up until now. Let's get the call. We think.
They've taken their time, though.
Lance gave me the umpire's balk there. I thought he was ready to say what the call was. So we wait some more.
I always felt when they took their time like this, it was safe. It would go the runner's way. But we'll see.
Okay, let's get the call now. Maybe.
After review, the ball on the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Oh, you're right.
So for Japan, maybe that can build a little momentum. 9-1-2, and then Ohtani coming up in the bottom of the 7th. He's done it again tonight. Randy Arozarena, part of Team Mexico, stealing the show so far, but Still 9 outs to go to get into the championship game against the United States. Ball one from Urquidy, and a pitcher-friendly strike there. It's 1-1.
I would think the urgency starts right now.
Yeah.
Team Japan. It's got to happen right now. At least 1 run.
Kai pushes a bunt. Foul. Just not a great hitter. 9th place hitter came in after they used a pinch hitter for their starting catcher. But anyway, he could get on base. You got the top of the order due up next. One and two. Urquidy struck him out swinging.
That's a good fastball up in the zone. Right there.
So 1 out. Lars Nootbaar coming up, who's so thrilled to be playing for Team Japan. This was Lars as a little leaguer talking about maybe being here someday.
Konnichiwa. My name's Lars Nootbaar. I'm number 21, and I'm Japanese. I hope I do good during All-Stars, and I'm going to represent my country for Japan.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Amazing.
ES on his Little League cap. El Segundo, California native. His mom, who grew up in Japan, his mom's family, his grandparents still live just outside Tokyo. And he is the first player not born in Japan to represent this team. He drives this one toward the gap in left center. Arozarena gets to another one. Hit it somewhere else.
Not that guy. He knows it. Oh, he's 0 for 2 today, but he saved at least 4 or 5 runs. He's hit a grand slam on defense, basically. He can just catch everything right now.
Now that one, by his standards, is pretty routine. Still, though, a hard hit ball and tough luck for Japan.
Not as easy as people may think. You got the lights coming. You got the left-hander who hit it. That ball sliding from you or into you.
1-1 to Kondo. He takes low.
That ball was 105 miles off the bat, so it's not like it's a gimme.
The loud contact in this game has almost always come from Japan, and yet they're down 3-0. Foul to the backstop. You got Ohtani waiting on deck. It's the 7th inning. This might be Japan's last chance to get Ohtani to the plate with somebody on base if Kondo can get there. Just have not been able to find any spots out there against this defense. 1-2.
If you're Mexico, you're just thinking about all the outs. You're counting them down. The most stressful part of this game is that right now.
You only need 7 more. That one is lined over the leaping attempt of Urias. Base hit. So Kondo, he's hit the ball hard 3 times, and he does reach to give Ohtani a chance.
I would think this is it for Urquidy. I mean, that's been 3 hard hit balls. You see that breaking ball, not that much bite. It's more of a hanger. Kondo did a really good job with staying through that pitch. Absolute rocket, gets himself a base hit.
But it's huge for Japan, even though Ohtani's not going to face Urquidy. Just to get their great slugger up with somebody on base, that at bat, right after this.
A proud night in Magdalena de Quino, Sonora, Mexico, because a native of that town, Luis Urias, has accounted for Mexico's 3-0 lead in this crucial semifinal of the World Baseball Classic. Mexico's most popular sport is soccer, but there it is, baseball. And a great story written recently by Maria Guardado at MLB.com about the Urias brothers. Luis's oldest brother, Ramon, actually won a Gold Glove at 3rd base last year for the Baltimore Orioles. The boys got their love of the game from their father, Ramon Sr., a school teacher.
Yeah, family proud. Thank you, JP. Tonight, Luis Urias with that bolt of lightning, the 3-run homer back in the 4th inning. It stayed 3-0 since then. Now Jojo Romero, and welcome to the ball game. You got to face maybe the world's greatest player, Shohei Ohtani. Could be his final at bat of this game. We'll see. With 2 outs, left against left, and a fastball at 95, but a little bit high. If you're going to get a fastball by Ohtani, it better be a good one.
Yeah, it better be. Big moment.
Romero, 26 years old, and a slider is low. 2-0. And if you walk him because he's so fearsome, then the cleanup hitter comes up as the tying run.
And if you're the outfielders right now, you're playing as deep as possible. You're playing kind of no doubles man.
2-0. That is a ball. Slider again. I don't think Ohtani's really seeing that pitch all that well, but he's ahead 3-0.
I would think he wouldn't see a strike here. I mean,
yeah,
you know, there's no need for anything to change here for if you're Mexico.
A 3-0 count to Ohtani. That is a strike.
Gutsy. Very gutsy.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe 3-0 you feel like in a 3-0 game he's going to be taking. Maybe. He won't be taking here automatically. It is ball 4. So Ohtani draws the walk. And now Yoshida comes up as the tying run.
That's a good at bat. Once again, we talked about the urgency in the 7th inning. They've answered. Another man in scoring position.
They left 2 men on base in the 4th inning. They left 3 on base in the 5th. They left 3 on base in the 6th. And another opportunity here. This one comes with 2 down. But Masataka Yoshida has 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3. Romero. And a good swing, foul straight back.
But a good fastball right there. I mean, that pitch needed to be in, and then if he wanted to miss, more in. He couldn't afford to be over the plate with that pitch.
Getting ready to start his major league journey, but first things first. Semifinals of the World Baseball Classic. 0-1. Off the inside, he came back in, and this time Yoshida didn't swing.
He's rushed them now. 2 fastballs inside. What I've seen from Yoshida, he's been able to back up the baseball very well.
Romero. And he went soft on him, 1-2.
Very good changeup. Changeup we saw from Quijada with Sandoval, and now we're seeing it again with Romero. Big moment here.
Two on, 2 out. 7th inning. The 1-2. High, 2-2. He's amped up. He's throwing hard.
We know one thing. You know, Yoshida hasn't really gone out of the strike zone. They've tried. He's been pretty good with it.
Now the 2-2. It is hit high and deep down the right field line. Toward the corner. It is gone off the foul pole. Tie game.
Japan. Biggest game. Elimination game. They've answered. The urgency was put to test. They're alive. What a moment. moment. What a moment for Yoshida. Wow. He went back to the changeup. A little bit fooled, but man, those lefties, you throw them down and in. Uh-oh. Mistakes. Off the foul pole. What a moment.
Well, that's a guy who's hit a walk-off home run in the Japan series, the equivalent of the World Series just last year. You wonder how those two swings compare. A tie game, 7th inning. Japan's championship hopes are alive. 0-2. And therein lies the risk. As great as Ohtani is, and he's great, you walk him, and the tying run comes up.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. Yeah, bat against Shohei right there led to that.
0-2. Not go. Now this is Murakami, Munetaka Murakami.
That's why you got to be so careful with changeups to lefties, because it just runs into their barrels. Even if you're fooled, it just continues to run into it. Even if, you know, that's a one-handed home run right there. Wow. Talk about the RBIs, 13.
That's a new record in the history of the World Baseball Classic. Fouled away.
I've never seen Shohei this animated. Tells you how much it means to him.
Can you imagine Tokyo right now?
Oh. It's not Konnichiwa anymore.
They're hoping at some point here this evening. Kon Benoit, 2-2, and a pop-up. Murakami, third base side. It will be caught. Paredes has it for out number 3. But the swing of the tournament for Japan to tie the game. We go to the 8th. It's 3-3.
Well, let's take a look at this pitch sequence against Yoshida. You rushed him with fastballs inside. Now you've got him set up for the soft stuff. You throw the good changeup. I thought that was a good pitch, but you just can't repeat with it. It's such a dangerous pitch to the left-handers. Once you get fooled, that changeup continues to roll into the barrel. And my, oh my, Yoshida with one of the biggest swings of his life. Check out the bench.
Hoping, waiting. So now a whole new ball game, and Mexico has to feel a little stunned after that swing. It's 3-3, 8th inning. You got the 9th place hitter Austin Barnes, and then the top of the order coming up again. Yamamoto still in the game. And it's a strike. It's 0-2.
That's a good fastball right there.
Only 45 pitches for Yamamoto, who is a starter. Oh, 2 to Barnes. Did he go? Absolutely.
He lost it there for a little bit at the top of the 7th with his command, but starting him off right here with the first hitter, he's got commanding once again with that fastball, especially at the top of the zone. Barnes just couldn't hold up.
Well, it's set up for Randy Arozarena. Been a stellar game for him defensively. Now trying to do it at the plate. 1 out. And he takes a strike.
Good fastball right there, down and away. Now, they've been difficult with him. They're tough. They pitched to him very tough.
That one is line to right field. Going back quickly and over the head of Kondo. up against the wall. Arozarena into second with a one-out double.
You want to talk about bat speed? Randy Arozarena has just displayed it. Gets that splitter, but look how deep he hits it. How connected he is with his backside. Oh my, absolute rocket. Look at him run. All he's thinking right there is any little bobble, I'm going 3. No bobble, I stay at second. I get to enjoy it. What a show.
107 off the bat for Arozarena. First hit allowed by Yamamoto. And the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Alex Verdugo. The pitch. Liner, left center field. That's going to be a hit. And Mexico's going to go back ahead. Arozarena's in to score. Verdugo with the double. It's 4-3.
Alex Verdugo. Wow. It's a fastball up in the zone. Another guy they pitched very tough, but how clutch has he been throughout this whole tournament against Puerto Rico and now against Japan. It's a fastball out over the plate and he knows it. Yeah, this is our game. How clutch is that?
That's quite a response. After what just happened in the 7th, Arozarena and Verdugo put Mexico right back ahead.
2 of their top hitters have come up clutch. They've answered the bell.
They're going to remove Verdugo for a pinch runner. I'm assuming that's Duran. So you have the new Red Sox outfielder Yoshida, who hit the home run to tie the game. Verdugo, Red Sox outfielder, puts Mexico back ahead. Duran, Red Sox outfielder, runs for Verdugo. They have a lot of outfielders in Boston.
They sure do. What a great problem to have.
Now Joey Meneses a chance to add to the lead. This would be huge.
Likes to ambush.
First pitch, not close.
You know one thing, he's a fastball hitter. You know about the 2-homer game he had in the pool play. They were both on fastballs.
Critical for Japan to hold the line here. Mexico, an extra run would be just massive. 1-0. Meneses, line drive, foul.
That's a good split right there. Off the end of the bat, broke his bat. But that split once again. The change of speed was the execution there. That pitch was up in the zone. That's kind of where Meneses needs to look and needs to stay. Top of the zone is green light. Bottom of the zone, red light.
For Duran. Now a pickoff play, and he got back.
A lot closer than it looked.
It was executed well. The lead's a little shorter now after that pickoff. The 1-1 on the ground into the hole, base hit. Duran had to wait though, so he'll go to third and stop.
Meneses likes to pull the baseball. He sure does right there. The big, strong slugger. Watch the runner right here. Look how he has to wait. There could have always been a play at third base. It's a good base running there by Duran.
I think Japan's going into the bullpen. Yamamoto, the greatest pitcher in Japan, is coming out of this game after 3 consecutive hits. Mexico back in front and threatening for more. Back right after this. Wow, what a last 20 minutes or so. Japan with an incredible rally and a 3-run homer to tie the game, and now Mexico has answered back with a run and knocked Yamamoto out of the game, so Atsuki Yuasa takes over.
Well, he's the right guy. He led the NPB with 43 holes in 2022. 23-year-old, they're going to be looking for him to finish this inning right here with no more runs.
It was his rookie year last year, and he really turned into the best setup man in Japan. And he's going to need to do some excellent work here because it is a challenge. You got a big league slugger coming up, first and third, only one out. And for Mexico, just finding a way to get one more across. They'd only be 6 outs away from a spot in the championship game. Already have gone back ahead. You got a combo on the bases. Meneses at first and the hitter Tellez. If you can get a ball on the ground, you got a chance to turn 2.
You know, one thing with Yuasa, he's got a really good split. Problem with this split is there's a lot of holes open, especially the one at first base with the runner on first base.
Well, they moved the second baseman over to try to plug some of that hole, but you're right. So Tellez, first pitch swinging, foul down the left field line.
You're Tellez, you want to get that pitch exactly like that one, up in the zone. The worst thing that can happen here is a strike, is a double play. It's the worst thing.
Now time. Yuasa and his catcher Kai weren't quite sure. Huge spot for this young man. Here's his 0-1. Tellez takes a strike.
Good fastball right there. He doesn't like it, but he'll go back into the video room and take a look at it. That was a very well executed pitch right there by Yuasa.
He thought it was low. Tellez did. Hit into 20 double plays during the last big league season, which, look, I mean, he just doesn't have a lot of speed if he hits it on the ground. The pinch runner at third, Meneses at first. 0-2, Meneses runs, and the pitch is taken for a ball. Wow.
Things change now. That's a huge stolen base right there by Meneses. That's taking advantage of Yuasa right there, knowing he would be going with soft stuff, trying to get the strikeout. Not necessarily the double play. Great heads-up play right there.
Yeah, that changes everything. Now the infield has to come in. You have no double play possibility. Now Japan trying to cut down Duran at home on a ground ball. And maybe Yuasa can try to pitch for the strikeout. 1-2. Tellez strikes out swinging. Got him with the splitter.
What an absolute beauty of a splitter. Oh, Tellez is disgusted right there. You see that split, how much it drops. I mean, you can sit on it, but it's got so much tilt down. Yeah. Not a happy camper right now.
Another image. We've just seen it over and over again, how much these games mean to these guys who play in the big leagues, and yet this World Baseball Classic, they are pouring everything into these games. Isaac Paredes 2 for 3. He's been a huge part of the Mexican offense. Second and third, 2 outs. He takes a strike. Another pitcher friendly strike there.
You know one thing with Paredes, he likes the ball at him.
Quinn Wolcott, as you said, he can have a little bit of a short fuse. The umpire, he's barking right back at Benji Hill, the manager. The 0-1. Trying to go back out there to that spot and missed.
That's where you want to go if you're there in Yuasa. Down and away. All his hits for Paredes has been in or up in the zone.
Here's the 1-1. Tried a breaking ball and missed high with it.
Hey, the beauty of this is that for Team USA, if they're watching, they're using a lot of arms out of the bullpen for Mexico and for Japan.
The U.S. team got tested with the back-to-back quarterfinal, semifinal, but once they won those 2 games, now they may have an advantage for the championship. Who will they play, Mexico or Japan? 2-1. On the ground, base hit into left field. Duran in. Here comes Meneses. The throw, the tag. Got him at the plate. But another run for Mexico. After the rally for Japan to tie the game, a 2-run 8th. Can Japan come up with another round of offense? What a play at the plate. You want action? We've had action here in Miami tonight, this semifinal game. Mexico, what a response after Japan tied the game. An extra run and a play at the plate. Great tag.
Great throw.
Yoshida's doing it all. He hit the home run to tie the game. Isaac Paredes has 5 hits in the last 2 games and 4 runs batted in. High and tight, and it hit him. So Okamoto, power hitter. First pitch from Cruz just in the game, and he gets hit.
That's the last thing you want to see right now. Get into a pickle. First guy he sees in Okamoto, you know, he's in Cruz. He's got a mid to upper fastball, 90s fastball, a good slider, just a 2-pitch guy. Fastball, slider, that's what you're going to see. Seen in 2 games right there. 3 strikeouts, just 1 run in 2 innings. He's got to come out firing on all cylinders right here.
Japan's going to use a pinch runner. Okamoto, big first baseman. So they'll get some more speed on the bases, down 2 runs and down to their final 6 outs. We said the same thing last inning. You're up 2 and you walk Otani and you put the tying run at the plate. Nakano, the pinch runner over there at first. Yamada, the hitter. In the dirt from Cruz. the runner for Verdugo, so he takes over in right field. The other part of this for Japan, Yamada is the 7th place hitter. They're not quite guaranteed, but they'd love to make sure that they get Ohtani up at least one more time. So you build any kind of rally here and you make sure you get your big boy in the 9th.
That's your goal. You know, they've done a good job though of getting base runners.
They have. Fastball.
That's a good riding fastball right there. That had some zip on it.
On the ground and past the dive of Paredes into left field. This game is a long way from over.
Oh, you know it. You know it. It just smells like there's more here. It's a high chopper right here. Paredes did everything possible. Not much you can do with it. Problem is here that now the small ball comes to play, especially with Yamada.
JP?
Dave, Yamada is the only player in this lineup who was part of the semifinal loss to the U.S. 6 years ago. He is the veteran influence on this team.
And I think it's shown tonight, JP, because he's got 2 hits and a walk. He's had good at-bats all game long.
Now it's sacrificing time.
Yeah, because you got the guy who's got the broken finger, Genda, who's already given it up. He's already showing that he's going to square around. Now, that doesn't mean it's not possible that he could pull the bat back and try to chop one past the drawn in infield. But Genda squaring around early. And he takes the ball. Not really close.
In a situation like this, the bunt needs to be bunted to third base. Hard to third. You got to make the third baseman field the ball. The play's got to be only at first. This is a good time right now for a mountain visit. Kind of rally everybody together and say, okay, this is where you're going to go.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to go here. Let's just calm down.
Not just the pitcher. This is for the pitcher and the defense.
Everybody's got to talk in this meeting right now. Talk to Meneses. You tell him, okay, you're crashing. Cruz, you got the third base side. Trejo, you got to be here. Everybody's got a job to do.
Meanwhile, lurking.
Oh, yeah.
What a game. It was 3-0 Mexico after the Urias home run all the way into the bottom of the 7th, and a 2-out rally, the 3-run homer to tie the game. Mexico goes back ahead. Now Japan threatening again. Genda still showing bunt here. Cruz. They'll put the wheel play on, and the pitch is taken high. Trejo came sprinting over to third.
So that wheel play was basically done to get the out at third. It would have been a double play third to first. That's the play right there. But that's a surprising play. Doesn't really happen.
Yeah, you're right. And remember, you got the pinch runner at second, Nakano, who's got pretty good speed out there. 2-0. The bunt, foul.
I always like to tell, it's a dicey play, but I always like to tell the second base runner, if you see the shortstop going, you go right with him. It's an easy stolen base to third base. Now it's gutsy, very gutsy. Tough pitch right there to bunt on.
Yeah,
that's a pop-up waiting to happen.
He helped him out too. That would have been ball 3. Still showing bunt. 2-1. And he pops that one foul. 2-2. They did not have Trejo sprinting over to third that time.
Look how he jabs at it. You know, he jabs at it. When you jab at it, more than not, you're going to foul it off. I would think the bunt is still on here. You got to trust your guy in getting the bunt down.
Maybe part of that is just that finger injury for this shortstop. 2. He's showing bunt. Got to get it down. He bunts, and he does get it down. Meneses will look, but take the throw to first, and almost a disaster. Urias came over to cover, and the throw was a little offline, but they do get the out.
Oh, that was gutsy right there with 2 strikes. That is a do-or-die bunt right there. Look how gutsy this is. Gets his nose right in it. You already know he's got a pinky broken. It is do or die for him.
Wow. Meneses made the right decision there. The speed on the bases helped for Japan. So now we're going to get another pinch hitter. Otaka Yamakawa is at the plate. 3rd different hitter in this spot in the lineup tonight. In the dirt, and it kicks up off of Yamakawa's face.
What a block.
It was a good block, but even so, Mexico got a little lucky there. If that gets by the hitter, who knows?
Look at this right here. Everything he's got. It's off the helmet.
Yeah. If that hadn't hit him, it might have rolled far enough away for Nakano to score from 3rd. That one is driven to left field. Arozarena will make the catch. Nakano tags. He'll come in to score. The throw goes to 3rd. It's a 1-run game. Another hard hit ball tracked down by Arozarena.
Yamakawa got the job done, got the run in. And we know who's going to have one more at bat. Gets that fastball right there up in the zone. Yamakawa was putting on a display in batting practice today, by the way. Hitting balls all over the field. Simplifies the approach, gets the job done.
The extra run feels so big that Mexico added on to their lead, but also the play at home plate is looming large too. We have had an action-packed late innings tonight. Now another meeting, which means we're going to have a new pitcher here with the left-handed hitters lined up, including Lars Nootbaar. 1-run game. Tying run in scoring position after this.
Roki Sasaki, the Japanese pitching sensation, threw 4 innings tonight, and since he left the game, he has been standing exactly where you see him right now, pensively watching and cheering and supporting his teammates. Dave, and yonder, that's the sign of a great teammate and someone who is so emotionally invested in this classic game unfolding before us. Meanwhile, with Team Mexico, 1 more out to get before Giovanni Gallegos could pitch the 9th. He has yet to allow an earned run in this World Baseball Classic.
I just wish JP were more invested.
Oh, what a moment for Reyes right here.
Great baseball theater in Miami again tonight. Reyes against Nootbaar, tying run in scoring position, 2 down. Ball 1, not close.
One thing with Reyes though is his knock is command. Can he command? Last year in AAA, 46 games, 33 base on balls. That's a lot. He's got a big arm, but he's got to be able to control it.
The 1-0. That's low. 2-0.
What a moment for Nootbaar.
He's had good at bat. Japan has only had 8 hits. They've hit a lot of balls hard. Nootbaar lined down to Arozarena his last time up. Nootbaar pulled it foul.
Reyes throwing that 4-seam fastball, but it's actually, it's got a late little cut to it, especially to the left-handers. Right at the last second.
Mexico needs an out. Japan needs a hit. 2-1. Off the inside, 3-1.
I think for Newbar right now, it's got to start kind of middle away for you to go on.
On deck, Kensuke Kondo's hit one line drive after another in this game, and then Ohtani.
Newbar's got to pull him.
3-1. He pulled it, foul. Look out.
And I think for Newbar too, even with 3-2, you got to pull him. Can't be jammed right here. Got to make sure you get a strike though. That's first. Then after is the approach.
Lars Nootbaar, Southern California kid, been dreaming about playing for Japan since he was 12 years old. 3-2. He takes a ball. So he draws the walk. And that's the go-ahead run aboard here in the 8th inning.
And Newbar gave him a little bit of a scouting report right there on Kondo. He said, hey, a little bit of a cut fastball he throws, and he's got that slider. That's it.
This guy's been very impressive tonight. Struck out looking his first time up. Line drive single. Rocket caught in left, and then another bullet line drive single and a run scored. 2 on, 2 out. Ohtani now in the on deck circle. That's a strike. 97 on the outside.
That's tough because Newbar tells you it's a ball that's cutting, and all of a sudden it's got ride and sink to it. All of a sudden now your approach gets questioned.
The 0-1 fouled away.
Oh man, he's late too on that.
Kondo, he needs a minute. Three nothing, then 3-3, then 5-3, now 5-4. Oh, 2. A strike 3 called. 97 at the knees. We go to the 9th. 5-4 Mexico.
Oh, we take a look at this absolute gorgeous pitch from Reyes. 97 miles an hour painted on the knees. Not much you can do right there if you're the hitter. You know, you had 2 really good fastballs to do something with it. It was good morning, good afternoon, good night. Great pitching right there.
It really, really was. So Mexico hanging on to a 1-run lead. And now Taisei Ota for his 3rd appearance of this World Baseball Classic. Trying to keep this a 1-run game with Ohtani due up in the bottom of the 9th inning. Luis Urias, whose 3-run homer, the big swing of the night for Mexico against Ota. Wow. Well, should have been a strike, but the catcher dropped it. It was just into the game. He dropped the ball. It cost his pitcher a strike.
Yeah, just got a little handcuffed right there. We know one thing about Taisei. Has a heavy fastball, good splitter.
Fly ball to right, and out number 1. Lots of changes for Japan, moving things around. Yamada goes from second to play first. Nakano, the pinch runner, he stays in the game and plays second base. And then new catcher, who had a sort of an unseemly entry into the game, but maybe he'll be settled down now. Oshiro.
Talked about Ota's fastball splitter. I mean, got like all rookies in saves last year.
Fly ball, shallow left, falling, and it'll be caught with his back to the infield. The shortstop, Genda.
Oh, Genda. Wow. Not an easy play. So many things happening. Going back on the ball, you got the left fielder coming. You got to tell him you've got it. Right at the last minute, pop your glove out, and hopefully you get lucky, and Genda got lucky. Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, you can see why he's considered the best defensive shortstop in Japan. So 2 quick outs. And pacing, looming, waiting. He's going to lead off in the bottom of the ninth. Another pitch dropped, but called a strike.
And I think for Ohtani, though, you know, everybody wants to see him hit the home run, but you know, that's kind of always lurking in the back of your head. You don't go chase the home run. You just get a good pitch to hit that leads to a home run.
0-2, and it's setting up almost like a Barry Bonds situation. It's a 1-run game. Do you pitch to him and risk 1 swing tie game? If you pitch him too carefully, he's one of the fastest players in the game, and the tying run is aboard to start the inning.
Yep.
0-2.
That's the problem right there. Is you got so many variables, but for Ohtani, it's about trying to simplify everything as much as possible. He's going over the scouting report of Gallegos. He knows he's got a good changeup. He knows he's got that riding fastball. They're going over it right now. And then all you start doing is thinking, okay, visualizing, what am I going to get first pitch? What are the percentages? What am I going to do with it?
That one hit him. So he got ahead of Alek Thomas and couldn't put him away.
Ouch.
Takes the hat off, gives a little bow to Alek Thomas just to acknowledge.
That's a slider right there. Yeah, front foot. That's going to hurt tomorrow. Today, right now with the adrenaline, it hurts a little bit, but tomorrow it'll hurt.
Thomas hoping he has to play through some pain tomorrow. Mexico is 3 outs away from a spot in the championship game against the United States. No matter what, it's going to be a scene.
Oh yeah.
So Thomas is aboard. He's got, if he's running okay, he's got great speed. So drop the ball. But not a balk. He wasn't engaged yet. So Austin Barnes comes up. For 3 tonight. The Dodgers catcher pulls that one foul. It would change everything with Ohtani coming up if Mexico could find a way to get Alek Thomas home.
Oh, big time.
He'd be freed up to just go after him. That one dropped again. Another close pitch. Man, Oshiro having a really hard time.
That was a close pitch as well. Just getting handcuffed a little bit. A little late with his timing of the glove.
Here's the 1-1.
A lot of times for a catcher, you set that target, but if you're not ready for the pitch to come, meaning you're dropping your target to get ready for the ball to come to you, you're late with it. Very hard to come back with that, especially with the late movement right now. And Ota.
You need him to be solid here in a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Thomas runs. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Ota gets the strikeout. And here we go. A one-run game. And maybe the most fearsome hitter in the world is going to lead off. Shohei Ohtani, and Japan down a run. You just can't ask for more than this. Shohei Ohtani and Team Japan, their hopes of a third World Baseball Classic championship are in jeopardy in this semifinal game. And really one of the better relief pitchers in the big leagues, Giovanni Gallegos, who's been throwing the ball great, trying to get the final 3 outs and get Mexico into the championship game. It's a one-run game, and Ohtani's going to lead off.
Well, he's got his work cut out for him for the first hitter in Ohtani, but Ohtani against Gallegos, very, very tough too. Gallegos, we know he's got that nice riding four seam, but his pitch is that changeup. Will we see it right now? What a matchup.
Showtime. Ohtani tonight has lined out, singled, walked after striking out, looking all the way back in the first inning. So here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Gallegos, first pitch. Ohtani rips a base hit into right center field. Into the gap. Cut off by Thomas in center field. Ohtani stops at second with a leadoff double.
That was a preset determined swing. Taking what Gallegos was going to give him. He sat on a pitch in the changeup, and he got it, and boy, he delivered. Taking his helmet off, and let's see the wheels, big boy.
It was a great play by Thomas, who just got hit on the foot by a pitch to get there and cut it off. Otherwise, Ohtani's at third easy. How good is this guy?
Oh, man, he's unbelievable. The approach, the execution, and the attitude.
And now Masataka Yoshida, who hit the home run to tie the game his last time up, he could win it with a home run here. High with a fastball. He set an all-time World Baseball Classic single tournament record with 13 runs batted in. He's hit 2 home runs. He's been locked in. Here's the 1-0. That is high, 2-0.
I've just been impressed with the way he can control the strike zone. That for me is so key. Facing a guy he's never seen before with really good stuff.
Benji Hill's got the guy out there on the mound that he wants.
Oh, yeah.
Tying run at second. Nobody out. 9th inning. Here's the 2-0. It is ball 3.
He does such a good job of simplifying everything, slowing everything down. You talk about how when you see the pitches, how good you see him, you always feel like you're behind the baseball. He does such a good job with that.
I mean, you would think take 3-0, but he's seeing the ball so well. Here's the pitch. It is a strike.
I think if you're Gallegos, you got to really execute right now on this pitch. Understanding you got Murakami behind Yoshida, who's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. That's the guy they want to highlight in this inning. You got to make a good pitch here.
The 3-1. Very high ball 4. Well, it seems inconceivable. The guy who just won the Triple Crown in Japan, who's a two-time MVP, that you would even consider asking him to give himself up. But the way he has swung the bat tonight, it might be at least a consideration.
Well, we said it in the 7th inning, right? He just wants another chance, and it's here. The chance is here right now for Mr. Murakami.
Shuto will be the pinch runner for Yoshida. Japan is playing to win this game right here, right now. Yukio Shuto, the winning run, aboard with nobody out, and the manager wants to talk. And he might be thinking the same. I mean, look, in a different spot, I don't think it would even be possible, but Munetaka Murakami just has not looked comfortable at the plate at all.
It could be a situation here where he'll give him one pitch.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens, right? But other than that, I mean, it's just game 7, you know?
And fascinating. The big slugger stands in. 2 on, nobody out. Looking very hitterish at the plate. The pitch. He fouls it off to the left, out of play.
That's a good swing right there. It'll be very hard. I would think he's swinging. There's no bunting here.
Me too.
You got to trust your guy. 2-time MVP. He's been thinking about this moment for 6 years now.
He's too good.
Too good.
Even if he hasn't looked great tonight, you got to trust him. Good speed on the bases with nobody out. The 0-1 is in the dirt, and he took that pitch nicely.
Softer take right there. That's a much softer take. We talked a lot of times with him in the front foot, how he's leaning to feel the weight of his front foot. That was a lot smoother, a lot softer. Ooh. 1-1 count, though. Got to win this count. Good changeup count. Gallegos got a good one.
Gallegos looks back at Ohtani. The pitch is hit to left center field. Hit very well, and it is off the wall. Ohtani flying around third, right behind him, scoring the winning run. It's a walk-off. Japan will play for the championship.
For 4, 3 strikeouts. Been thinking about it for 6 years now. A moment in the World Baseball Classic he will never forget. Murakami, my oh my, a country that is going absolutely crazy in Japan. It started with Shohei Ohtani. It ended with the 2-time MVP, Mr. Murakami. Wow.
And you just feel horrible for the players from Mexico who spilled their guts out on the field tonight and all tournament. But in the end, Japan dug deep. And Shohei Ohtani will play one more game in this World Baseball Classic. Oh, my goodness.
After every game, the bow.
That's as good of a game as you could ever want to see. And that guy right in the middle of everything. And the acknowledgement to the team from Mexico for how well they played. But what a swing by Murakami.
Unbelievable.
He was a mess for most of this game. A mess.
But you got to trust your best bat after Shohei Ohtani. He wanted the moment. You can just tell he wanted it, and he delivered. What a game. Look at him, still focused, and now he notices. He realized, okay, game over. That's it. You know what? The two best teams are playing tomorrow. USA versus Japan.
Well, you're right about that. The two best teams are going to play, but Mexico has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
Nope.
Randy Arozarena and that whole team, the way they played this tournament, they'd never played in the semifinals before. Oh, so close to a chance for a title, but it will be Japan. Wow, what a game tonight. And Shohei Ohtani, will we see him on the mound tomorrow night? I would think it's a pretty good possibility. We know he's going to be in the lineup. The USA and Japan for the championship tomorrow, 7 Eastern time. And we're already counting down to that. My goodness. For Yonder Alonso and our whole crew, Dave Fleming saying goodnight here from Miami. What a game. Thanks for watching this presentation of the World Baseball Classic.